Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. I've been doing some shopping. I've got some homeware that I'm really pleased with, so I'm really looking forward to showing you. This is all that kind of cozy, English country kind of vibe, so I think you're going to really like it. So I'll do homeware first, and then after that I've got a little bit of an entertainment section. I've got some new books and something else that is a little bit different, but all very seasonal, autumnal, cozy. So let's get into it. So the first things that I want to show you are these cushions. I got these from La Redoute. I got the covers from La Redoute and I got the inserts. I've obviously already put the inserts in from Dunelm. I'm so pleased with these. They're this stripy kind of, I went for a darker kind of olive green and then a more yellowy green and then the red. I think these look really nice together. The covers are a cotton linen mix. I do try to go for natural materials where possible, so I was pleased about that. So these are actually for our new boot room, along with some of the other stuff that I'm going to show you. We have an enclosed front porch that we've been transforming into like a proper boot room, and it's been a big job. It's still ongoing. We're not quite finished yet, but we're almost at that stage, the fun bit where we can start styling it up, and these I think are going to look so nice in there. I will link the video below if you want to see the transformation progress so far. Something else I got for the new boot room are these lovely baskets. You know I love a basket. Couldn't resist these when I saw them. They are wall hanging baskets, so I thought these would look really nice on some of the hooks in the boot room. Aren't they so cute? They do come with this plastic inside, so I think you can actually plant stuff in there. I'm probably not going to do that, so I might take the plastic out, but I'm not 100% sure yet. These I got from a website called Lily and Lula. I ordered 3. As you can see, I've only got 2, so I think I'm missing the medium one. And they sent me instead this. So there's obviously some kind of mix-up, which I have emailed them about, and they're very kindly sorting it out. But this little basket did not look like this when it arrived. I'll show a photo on the screen of what it looked like when it arrived, because it was quite different to what I was expecting. But I've taken all of the fancy bits off, and I can just make use of this as a little basket. We've actually been storing our chestnuts in there and keeping it by the fireplace. My husband loves absolutely nothing more than roasting chestnuts on the fire. It's actually been quite handy for that purpose. So some of these things, all of these things are new to me. Some of them are brand new and some of them are used, vintage, antique. This next thing is obviously an antique item, but do you know what it is, or can you guess? If so, pause the video and let me know in the comments, because I bet you don't. I bet you don't know what it is. I didn't even know that these existed. I maybe have given you a clue already in the video, but I will reveal later. But if you can guess, I'll be impressed. These next things I haven't even opened yet, so let's do that now. Here we are. These are doormats. Cece is very interested in these. Just a doormat for the new porch boot room. This is the small, and I wasn't sure whether we would need small or large, so I did order the large. Excuse me, no dogs on tables. I did order the large, which is going to be very large, so I could probably take that one back. But it's just this sort of natural woven jute. Whoa. This one's absolutely huge. So yeah, I won't get it out fully. It's just the same texture as this one. Probably that one's going to be too big for the porch, but maybe we can find a use for it somewhere else. I'm sure we can. I think there's a bit of a theme here with me not being very good at visualising the size of things, because we have the huge doormat and then we have this, which I thought was going to be a huge plant, and it's not. It's this little baby one. I think this is called a parlour palm, and I got this from Patch Plants, which is such a great website for plants. They arrive so happy and healthy looking. So yeah, not the huge statement plant that I wanted, but obviously I'll still keep this and find a nice pot for it and find a place for it. I will insert a clip now because I did go back and reorder the size that I actually wanted. I think I ended up getting it from Beards and Daisies instead of Patch because they had a sale on, another great website. But yeah, I'll insert that now. Here is the plant I was talking about, so you can see the slight difference in size there. I just wanted this big kind of statement plant for the new boot room, which you're having a sneak preview of here. I've got it in this lovely blue and white antique ceramic planter. I've had this for a while though. As you can see, we've got it in situ for the moment, but I think this is going to look really nice when the rest of the room is all finished up. Next we have some lighting from Next. I forgot to say the doormats and the lighting all from Next. I got this one. Again, these are for the boot room, and I was struggling to find, I needed something that was sort of flush or semi-flush because the ceiling's quite low in there, and I was struggling to find something that I liked, but I really like this one with the ribbed glass and the brass, which will match the hooks and things that we've gone for in there. And this little side light to match with the brass, again, I needed something that wasn't too big really. Next I've got some pictures and frames to show you. I got all of these used on Vinted. Let's start with this one. I love this. I think there's just something about this that has that kind of country, little bit eccentric kind of vibe. I really, really like it. It's a picture of a trout in this sort of vintagey looking gold frame with the mount. I just think it's charming, and it's quite fitting because our house and land used to be a trout farm, so perfect. I think that's really sweet. I can't really remember how much these were, but I think the most expensive was maybe £15. Maybe this one was £15. This next one I just thought was really quite unusual. It's this country scene, which I really like, again going with that same vibe, but it's actually a titanium, it does say on the back. Look how sweet, it looks quite old as well. So it says, this rare picture is produced from titanium, one of the world's reactive metals. It's hand coloured by light refraction, exactly like a rainbow is formed. The colours are not pigments but layers of oxide film, each producing a different colour. How sweet and unusual is that? I've never really heard of that before. It's on this Hessian background, so I thought that would look really, really pretty somewhere. I had the boot room in mind when I was buying these, but I don't actually think there's going to be any wall space in there really for pictures, but I'll definitely find a place for these somewhere else in the house. Then we have this little one, which is so cute. It's a little, it looks like it's maybe hand painted, little watercolour of a steam train. I love a steam train, and we get the train to work and the train goes over a bridge, over a river. Not quite like this, but it just reminded me of that. I just thought it was really, really sweet, and I think this one might actually be small enough to go on our mini shelf in the boot room, so maybe this one will end up in there. And then also from Vinted, I got this empty frame. This is a deep box frame from Hobbycraft. It was only £2 plus the postage. I don't actually know how much they are from Hobbycraft, but I got it because I saw some of these with fishing lures inside, like a mount and then fishing lures. And they looked really, really sweet, and just, again, that same kind of cosy country feel, but they were quite expensive. So I thought, surely I could make that myself with some of my husband's fishing lures. And this frame and then mount them, and I would stain the frame and stuff. So that's the plan for that. I don't know when I'll get around to that little project, but that's the plan. I did also actually find some really pretty feathers on our land, and I was thinking I could frame the feathers maybe as well, but this frame is a little bit too small for my feathers, so I might even get a larger one and do the feathers and the laws. I think that would look so cute as a little set somewhere in the house. So back to this. Did you guess what it was? I bet you didn't. I bet you didn't. I couldn't even guess what this was when my husband actually bought this from eBay. But it is, in fact, a chestnut roaster. So yeah, I did give you a clue. So you pop your chestnuts inside here. We've been using this already because, like I said, my husband loves nothing more than roasting chestnuts on the fire. But you just pop your chestnuts in and then put this into the fire. It's got the ventilation holes and everything, so it cooks the chestnuts, and then you take them out. Obviously then you peel them before you eat them. But how sweet, just a quirky little thing, but also useful. We have been using it, and we just have it hung on the side of our fireplace. So that's all the homeware. Next is the entertainment section, starting with some new books. I stocked up on books for the cozy season, and I got these ones. I actually got all of these from World of Books, I think, all of them used or secondhand, but perfectly readable condition. So I got Sarah Waters' The Little Stranger. I got the Bellwether Revivals, The Likeness by Tana French, this is a big one, and If We Were Villains, M.L. Rio. These were recommended if you liked Donna Tartt's The Secret History. I read that around this time last year, and these three especially were recommended if you like that. So I think these are all that kind of like dark academia kind of vibe, which I think is just so cozy, so enjoyable around this time of year. So I'm really looking forward to reading those. So far I've read this one, The Little Stranger. It's quite a classic, isn't it? So do let me know if you've read any of these before. What did you think? But this one was more of like a paranormal story. I won't give too much away in case you haven't read it yet, but this was perfect to read in that kind of run up to Halloween. It's not too scary. If you have a sensitive disposition like me, I don't think you'll be struggling to sleep at night, but it was a really good read. I've got my train ticket in there as a bookmark. Maybe I need to get myself a nice bookmark. But yeah, really looking forward to reading those over the next few months. And then next, entertainment-wise, is something a little bit different. We have been absolutely loving jigsaw puzzles. Unexpected, it's come out of nowhere, but we just thought we would give it a go. And let me tell you, it's the most relaxing, cozy, it's just ultimate autumnal, seasonal peak entertainment. I promise you. We have the fire on, we have our chestnuts roasting, nice hot drink, it's raining outside, and we just do a jigsaw. It's quiet, it's just peaceful. What more? What more could you want? Give it a go, honestly, because it's actually so much fun. And if you're doing it, so my husband and I do it together, but it's fun because it's not competitive, it's collaborative. So you're like obviously working together to finish the picture, and it's kind of just challenging enough to actually keep you engaged, and it gets quite addictive, honestly, but also just very, very chill and doesn't really take any, real thinking or brain power. So we give it a try and let me know what you think, or maybe you do it already, let me know. But we have been loving jigsaws. This is the one that we've done so far with the dogs on. We love dogs, and it's just a bit of an autumnal scene, so that was really, really nice. We loved it so much, we finished it and immediately bought some more. So we haven't opened these ones yet, but we went for another 500 piece. That one was 500, and it was quite challenging still. well, we found it, you know, it took us a good couple of afternoons to get it done. So we went for another 500. This is another really beautiful autumnal scene with the leaves, berries, and little birds and things on there. So sweet. So we'll probably do this one next. And then we got brave and went for a 1,000-piece puzzle as well, which will be, I think, quite challenging, this one, but we're up for it. We're going to give it a go. We wanted this one because it reminds us of our home. This scene just reminds us of our home because we have the big ponds, and then we do, it's not obviously as big as this, but we do have a stone bridge and a wooden bridge. We have willow trees, we have a heron. Just really pretty. So looking forward to doing that one as well. And I think that's everything I have to show you. I hope you enjoyed that. Do keep your eye out for Boot Room Part 2 coming very, very soon, and that's when I'm going to be styling all of these bits, so that will be a really, really fun video, and I will link Part 1 below if you're interested to see the transformation so far. But until then, thank you so much for watching. Do give me a little like and a thumbs up if you enjoyed this one. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will see you next time.